Jenny. Very splendid Sunday to all of you. I'm no expert. I never claim to be an expert. Even though some Toastmasters would introduce me without my knowledge. He's the language expert. He's the language guru. He's the language master. I'm none of those. Believe you me, titles do not mean anything where I'm concerned. So even if you have achieved the highest honor given by Toastmasters International, DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, there are many who have left the organization. So are they giving back? Ernest has been giving back for more than 30 years, 30. Why are we still around? It's giving back. So likewise as club officers, after your term is over, that's it. Or are you giving back? In 3 days' time, as club officers, you would have served 8 months. So what's next in the next 4 months? Are you going to wait for the term to be over? And then you say, oh, what a relief. I'm so glad. I've heard that many times. And I'm very disappointed. To me, that's being very, very irresponsible and selfish if you're sincere in serving. Of course, there are some clubs which are struggling, and you see the EXCO list, 7 in the list, and you see repetitions. President, secretary, same person. VPE, treasurer, same person. Double roles, dual roles. It's fine if the membership is below 10, below 8, but still the club is around. But of course, there are some who keep giving back, and I commend those. So if you are proud of your club, of course, if you're not proud, then leave the organization or join another club. So if you are proud of your club, you mentor the incoming club officers. You coach them, you guide them, you help them. Now I'm very delighted that yesterday at my club, TRL at Tampines North, we have filled up all the 7 club officers' roles. Succession planning. So we already have the EXCO members. And nobody turned down the invitation. Willing members. But not every club is like that. Just look at the political leaders. Immediately after the election, they will start succession planning. That is the way. You don't wait until last minute. Hey, can you be treasurer? Just fill up the name. Many unwilling Toastmasters. We want them to really seriously take up the role and do honors for the club. So give that a thought. There are quite a number of clubs which are very obsessed with DCP goals. We must get at least 9. Impossible 10. I was at NTU alumni yesterday morning. They, without fail, for the past many years, they achieved 10 out of 10 in January. President distinguished. I started the club 13 years ago. Because the club members and the EXCO, they are very cooperative, very cohesive. They work as a team. They don't rush for the goals. The goals will fall in place. I'll elaborate a little later. You do the things right, you do the right things, the goals will fall in place. So what? You're a president's distinguished club. So when I get invited to the club, I look at the standard, I look at the quality. My gosh, even though they had 12 members, I do not see, I do not know how they managed to achieve 10 out of 10. Of course, we don't point fingers. You know, you do dubious things. You go through the momentum, and then you submit the application. TR will just award to you. They won't ask you for proof. So are we doing the right things? Doing things right? It boils down to us. Honesty. You know the acronym RISE? Responsibility, integrity, excellence? Yes. It boils down to integrity. Do the things right. And if you do the right things, members will willingly volunteer to ask for speaking slots. There are some clubs whereby speaking slots are not available, and they will get for you speaking slots in other clubs. Not to worry. And educational goals will be achieved. Goal number 1 to goal number 6. CC or AC or CL, AL, ETL. They will just fall into place. If you have gone to NTU alumni and you look at the program, the meeting dates for the next 8 meetings will be there. And you can see some of the members already reserved the speaking slots, whether as project evaluator, as language evaluator, as speaker. That's the way to plan. You don't plan 1 week before the meeting. So the goals will fall into place. And if you do the things right, when guests attend your meetings for the first, second time, automatically they would want to join your club. So recruitment is easy, but how about retention? I know of quite a number of clubs whereby you don't need to pressure, arm twist guests. It's suddenly pushing the application form in front of them. Pressure selling. We don't do that. You will just say, I would like to join the club. That's what we want. Sincerity. So goals number 7 and 8 will be in place. Goal number 9, goal number 10, those are automatic. You just submit your club officers list in June. You attend COTs. Submit your semi-annual dues in time. 9 and 10 fulfilled. So there you are. What is so difficult to get all the 9 or 10 goals? Distinguished, not program goals. Very, very simple. Reasons and excuses. Next month, March, it's time for semi-annual renewals. Members will drop out. Just yesterday, I heard very sad news. Jenny announced it that the co-chair for the Sparks convention will have to drop out. So she will be the sole co-chair. How many of you know Patrick from Jurong Green Arts? He has to leave Singapore together with the family back to his hometown. He couldn't find work. Work permits not approved. So genuine reason is fine. You have to go back. Job loss. Reassignment here and there. Barclays has closed too. Quite a strong club. No choice. Genuine reasons, not excuses. But of course, there are some who will give you lame excuses. Oh, I am attending a course. Oh, I have to attend to family matters. Oh, I've got to work. They won't tell you the truth. So many will not renew. That is going to be an issue. Or they will tell you, I'm going to relocate. But many will not tell you that they are disappointed and disillusioned with the club meetings. Because when they first joined, they have attended the meetings for only once or twice. They did not see the whole works, how your club operates, subsequent meetings. So they are disillusioned, they are disappointed with what? The standard and the quality of the clubs. Ernest can tell you, over the years, we have seen things change. Not for a positive sense, but the reverse. Terrible. What is Toastmasters International? It was founded in 1924. How many years has it been around? 94 years. It's a worldwide organization. About what? Speaking. Public speaking. And many aspire to be public speakers. And quite a few, because of Toastmasters, they have become trainers. Quite a number of them left their previous job, full-time trainers. Public speaking. This is public speaking. Once you're out of your house, you're in public, no longer private. And you speak to a room full of strangers. Presentation. How about your dress code? I've seen in clubs wearing t-shirts, collarless t-shirts, cargo pants, sneakers, even sandals, when you come for meetings. I would just listen to the speaker. Whether the speaker is worthwhile listening to, I won't even look at the speaker. Dress code. It's a formal club. So where is your credibility? You tell me. A lot of things have been very sloppy. So how do we conduct our meetings? The standard and quality. Hence, the choice of topic. I chose this topic towards quality meetings, and that will translate into quality clubs. Many clubs will claim, oh, come to my club. Quality. Don't brag, don't boast about one's club. I don't brag about my club. It's for the guests visiting Toastmasters to compliment and to give credit. Hey, you must visit this club. I have recommended quite a number of clubs to first timers. I don't tell them join my club. Visit the club and then you choose. I brought guests to NTU alumni and many other clubs. Ultimately, they prefer to join my club. Not that my club is big, fantastic. No, it's not. Very seldom do I highlight the club I come from. And many have not even heard of TRL. I can tell you, 90% do not know. TIAREL is pronounced as TRL, as in TRL. Learners would know that our club was the first public library club in Singapore. Tampines Regional Library. They have their own building in Tampines. Now they have relocated to Tampines Hub, occupying 3 or 4 levels. First club. Every second and fourth Saturday afternoon. And we use the rooms. Beautiful Changi Simei room. Beautiful room. And they have an adjoining room. And sometimes we use the theatre. I hardly publicize. I'm also from Toastmasters at Duxton. It's a co-working space, in-house club for the staff. So let others compliment your club. Let others introduce. You must visit this club. The quality, the standard of the speakers, how they conduct meetings. So towards quality meetings, and then will translate into quality clubs. So how related is my topic towards club officers? Relevant. For all club officers, past and present. Because you play a critical part and you play a crucial role. So don't just wash off your hands and say, oh, my job is done. I'm no more a club officer. Again and again I've said, titles do not mean anything. Many who have achieved those titles would have already left the organization. And they're very proud. In their business card, you see BSc or BA, DTM in their business card. What does it mean? And there are some postmasters, I think they feel very insecure, inadequate, inferior. Even in their email address, you will see DTM blah 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 name @gmail.com. Very insecure. I know all of you to find out. As though we do not know that you are a DTM. You've been around for many years. Even in my emails, I don't add in DTM. Unnecessary. That's why titles do not mean anything. There are some who are only competent communicators who can speak and present so much better than the DTMs. Nowadays, they are a dime a dozen. And I know of a handful who achieved their DTMs in 2 years. First year, volunteered to be club officer. Second year, area governor, area director. At the end of second year, DTM. So what? And many are known only in their own clubs. Those outside the club do not know them. Do they contribute? Do they give back? We are giving back for the past 30 over years. Myself, 20 years. Why would I want to spend my Sunday over here? Jenny had a full day yesterday. I had a full day. I was the language evaluator at NTU alumni from 9 to 12:30, 3.5 hours. And I rushed back to my club for my club speech contest. And at the last minute, one day before, I was told about the event, Lunar New Year event at Grassroots Club, organized by divisions L and V. Lennon was there, Jenny was there. So whole day was spent. I didn't have enough sleep, enough rest. So why are we spending a precious Sunday afternoons here? Are we paid? Weekends. We are giving back. So likewise, club officers, give back. As mentors, as sponsors. Contribute, assist, help, coach the incoming club officers. They need guidance. So think about that. Your critical role, the crucial part that you're going to play. Towards quality meetings and clubs, what is the definition of quality? And what is the connotation? There's a big difference. Definition is according to the dictionary. You flip through by the so-called experts. Connotation is your definition. What do you think? We do not have to believe 100% whatever we read in a book or in the dictionary. That is their definition. So we don't always say, oh, it has to be like this. Otherwise it's wrong. Who are you to tell us we are wrong? Who are we to tell the speaker he is wrong? I don't do that. So what is quality? It means setting a high standard. High standard. The level of excellence. So how would you define that club as one of quality? Is your connotation. Your expectations could be very high. I know of some who visit a club and say, no, this is not a club for me. Of course, they won't tell you the truth. And some, of course, would say, oh, I'm fine with a very new club. The standard is not that, it's fine. Let me join for maybe one term and see how. So if my expectations are not there, then I join a better club, whereby the standard, the quality are much higher. So it is our roles as club officers to assist to do that. Don't just say, oh, I'm the treasurer, it's not my responsibility. I only focus on collecting the dues and submit to Holy Quarters, and every month I keep the balances. And at the AGM, I just submit my treasurer's report. No. Everyone is important, from Sergeant at Arms to the President. It's a collective effort. You buy all those branded stuff, Louis Vuitton, Chanel. What is the quality? Or are you paying for that brand? On the back, Kate Spade. And I'm sure you know many of those products are made not in France or the States, but elsewhere. And even the fakes, the imitations, oh, you can't quite tell the difference. So what is the quality of the leather? From which breed of cattle or cow? A young one, an older one? The tanning process at the tannery. So what is quality? What kind of standard are we setting for ourselves? So what is the quality? what is the standard, how are the meetings conducted. And those who are very serious, very eager to learn, they will look, observe, and listen to the evaluators, the project evaluators, the language evaluators. Do they walk the talk? General evaluators, how effective? I've heard of general evaluators who hardly evaluate supposedly everything and anything that happened during a meeting, but will just give a mini talk. You call that general evaluation? Do you read the manuals seriously? So there are some who really have expectations. These kind of evaluations. I know we are on a learning curve. We are learning. But do read carefully the requirements. Do justice to the speakers who have put in the time and effort to practice, to rehearse. It's fine you start at your own club to practice, to get feedback. Whenever somebody asks me for feedback, I will ask, are you receptive? Are you responsive? If you are not, I won't. Because it's your loss, it's not my loss. Likewise, I know there are some clubs who will not invite me. It's fine. It's not my loss, it's your loss. Loss to your members who can learn from me, from others. It's fine. Nobody is popular. Even Lee Hsien Loong, Lee Kuan Yew, Goh Chok Tong, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, nobody is popular. Only to a certain percentage. It's fine. So that is quality. Because you want to improve. You want to be better. Any area directors here this afternoon? No? Division directors? No. Then I'll skip this segment. Towards quality meetings. So what are the things we are looking into? Oh, there's no whiteboard. Never mind. I have this particular tagline, whether in my language evaluations or in my general evaluations. I use the 3 P's. The first P is program. First impression counts. You have heard that. You attend a meeting, you look at the program. Okay? Second P is the performers, the people, meaning the Toastmasters, the speakers, evaluators, TMD, TTM, SAA, timer, R counter, the performers. And third P is the process, the procedure, the protocol. This is my tagline. Let's look at the first P, the program. When is the program sent to you? Now in all those days, again, Ernest can tell you, we do not have the luxury of computer. We have to type out the program. And I'm not IT savvy. Somebody has to help me. Type out, fill up. What if there are changes? On your laptop, it's very simple, right? Within seconds. A lot of changes. And then, what do? We print out, we go to the shop to get it printed. And then, what did we do? We have to fold the program or put inside the envelope, lick, put a stamp, and then send it to our members. Yes, ask those who have been around. A lot of work for VPEs, expenses, for the stamps. That's what we did. And now, when I get invited, many a time I have to ask the person, whether president, VP, or one of the members, when do I get to receive the program? Is the meeting on? Even on the same morning of that meeting. Some clubs have 2 meetings a month. Okay, in the past, my club has not done as well as the past. My club meets twice a month. So if today is a meeting, Saturday, you can be very sure that by Monday, in 2 days' time, or latest Tuesday, you get the program for the next meeting. 2 meetings a month. And many clubs meet only once a month. and the program is out one day before, same day. Oh, there are changes. There's bound to be a change or changes. Cannot be perfect. Reasons, not excuses. Sorry, my daughter fell sick this morning. Home comes first. Sorry, I have to go back to the office. They are on call. Those in IT, on call, they have to go back to the office. Reasons, not excuses. So bound to be changes. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Very, very difficult. Get it done. So whenever there are changes, last minute, then you make the changes, and you print and bring the program to the meeting. Or even at the meeting day, there are changes. It's okay. It's fine. So where do you send the program? Very important. Plan for the next meeting. 1 or 2 days after your meeting. Get it done. What I tell my club VPs, on the same day of the meeting, whoever is present, get their commitment. Okay, next meeting, would you like to present a speech? Or be the table topic master? Get the commitment. So we have a chart for the next 4 meetings. Okay, next meeting, you're not available. How about another meeting? Not available, how about another meeting? Can't come up with a speech, how about evaluation? How about being a timer? Get the commitment. And you can be very sure at least 90% they will commit. Bar any changes at the last minute. Sorry, I've got to travel. My boss gave me last minute notice. I have to travel. Job comes first. Program. Then again, have a look at the program. Like I've said, first impression counts. Is it cluttered, very haphazard, or is it very pleasing to the eye? Now I cannot elaborate for this session. Just the details. And the reverse. Some clubs will give the excuse, oh, reverse for them to take notes. Give them recycled paper. Visit NTU alumni. Look at the reverse. Use full details. The chart for the next 6 meetings. All planned out. 1st of April. Or it's going to be a joint meeting in Phnom Penh with the university, PUC. I saw it yesterday. It's meant for members. I've been with them to Ho Chi Minh City. I think it was 3 years ago in April. Usually in April, whereby they've got holidays, long holidays. Good Friday, I think so. Yes. So I volunteered to join them. Practically every year they have an overseas joint meeting. And for that joint meeting in Ho Chi Minh City, it was supposed to be with only one club, a very, very old club. So when they heard that we are coming, blah, 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 6 other universities wanted to attend the meeting. So in the end, we have got 7 clubs. The whole room was filled. Beautiful meeting we had. So very useful on the reverse. Visit and menu live. Look at the reverse. Beautiful. Well laid out. Useful information. All the objectives for the basic projects. And some will be for the advanced projects. And even all the 15 advanced manuals, the topics. The timing sequence, prepare speeches, evaluations, table topics, and Toastmasters cycles. Very useful. Visit Great Eastern Life. I started a club many years ago. Same, reverse, useful. Where do all these come from? So whenever I have to start a club, at Duxton, I will send this to them. And up to them to make the changes to suit the culture of the club. So utilize the reverse of the program. I'll touch on that further. Why the reverse is very, very useful. Send the program early as possible. Full details. Because if you were to visit the club for the first time at a place whereby it's very huge, like NTU campus, for example, Now I get stressed whenever I get invited there. North spine, south spine, I will tell the person, please meet me at a particular bus stop and bring me there. I don't want to go there, start counting, being very sweaty. You go to SMU, same, so many campuses, School of Law, Accountancy, Social Science, or even to MDIS, I used to ask, which block? A, B, C, D, which level, which school? Because sometimes you can't decipher the code. What, SR127G? I can't decipher. So don't stress your evaluators, your visitors. Provide proper instructions. Or some will be very, very useful, like Pasirisians. I started the club 5 years ago. They will send you quite a lengthy email, the program. If you come by bus, which services do you take? If you come by train, if you drive, where to park? Useful details. This is a simple hallmark of quality. You are serious about inviting the person. So are you serious? Or you're making use of them? Hey, next meeting, can you come or not? Sorry, you're too late. Okay, thank you very much. That is not being serious. I will not go to a club until the next step. They're making use of you, especially last minute. If they're sincere, they will invite you at least 1 month. For me, usually 2 months. Whoever comes first. And if you cannot make it, you will ask, oh, it's okay. How about the next meeting they will next? That shows that they are sincere. They want to get you. Oh, this meeting cannot. How about another month? Make sure they get you. So you cannot keep on giving excuses. Oh, cannot. Oh, cannot. Oh, cannot. Okay, I can make it. Then I put it into my diary. You can stop me anytime, ask about the program. Okay? That is on the program. Opening address. Again, I've been to many clubs whereby the opening address by the president or one of the VPs, just making announcements. Opening address. What is address? It's a speech between 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I can only cite you a few examples, the clubs that I've been to. Again, NTU alumni, if you've been there. Listen to the president's opening address. They take effort to prepare a speech. For those who know me, I don't like to blast anybody, but by nature of my character, I'm very straightforward. That's why some people don't like me. It's fine. It's not my loss. So it was at this particular meeting, I can't remember, it was quite some time. I was general evaluator. So I commented, what is an opening address? You thank people for coming. What is the message? What is the takeaway? Because your president's opening address is to motivate your members, especially encouraging them. You set the tone for the meeting. You set the direction for your members, for your EXCO. Motivate them, inspire them. Not announcements that can be done at the end, your closing address. Not about events, contests, about DCP goals. Very common. You can have that during your own EXCO meeting. It's a speech. It doesn't matter if you get it from the internet. I've heard quite a number. It doesn't matter. But what is the moral of the lesson, the story? What is the message? What is the takeaway? What can we learn? Just like about the frog or the frogs in the water and then starting to boil. You have heard that? What is the lesson? That you can make the connection, the correlation to your members. Food for thought. To inspire them. To set them thinking. Setting the direction for your members. So that's the reason I encourage members in other clubs, EXCOs especially, visit other clubs, observe them, listen to them, take notes, listen to the president's opening address. Inspiring, some of them. They take the effort to prepare. It's a speech. The last I heard was at Pasir Ris Elias, I think 2 months ago. Very inspiring. He was talking about the butterfly effect and how it can connect with the members, with the EXCO, and also with the guests. Some of you have heard of the butterfly effect. He took the effort. He spent about 8 minutes. I commended him. Then we come to the sergeant at arms. Don't think that the sergeant at arms role or duties are not important. The list of duties is very long. I'll just touch on some of them. First, the sergeant at arms is supposed to introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Not just say, let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster of the day, blah, blah, blah. No. Many in the room may not know who the Toastmaster of the day is, apart from the name. He is the general manager, general manager, simple role of blah, blah, blah company. You may be looking for a job. You may speak to him later. He is the director, HR director of this particular organization. You may be looking for a job change. Speak to the person. Oh, he is an in-house counsel, lawyer, of a particular company. You may seek him for his legal advice, free, during the meeting, why not? So your role is to introduce, say something about the Toastmaster of the day. How many clubs do that? Tell me. And your role is to take the gavel once. Parliamentary procedure. Do you know that? I've seen some club officers talk, attracting their attention. No. You go to the court of law. When the presiding judge comes in, everybody rise. Once. Parliamentary procedure. Read the book, Robert's Rule of Law. Start the meeting on time. Many clubs do not start the meetings on time. I'm very particular. In the 20 years in my club, I joined the club a few months after it was formed. I look at the clock, I look at my watch, I point to the SAA. I'm very particular when timing is concerned. Because we have to respect everybody's time. And that is a symbol, a hallmark of a quality club. Wow, your club is serious. Start on time. Your club can be 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old. Are you setting the example? So any club that I have started, if they appreciate my feedback, I'll tell them. Otherwise, I don't bother. I just sit, observe. You ask me, I tell you. I'm not your advisor. I am only giving you support. My support as sponsor or mentor is only 6 months, according to Toastmasters rules. NTU started, the alumni started 14 years ago. Can you imagine 14 years ago, 2 meetings a month? I've been at every meeting. Do I need to? And they meet at 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. How many clubs have that kind of meeting? I am a night bird. I sleep at 2, 3 a.m. And I have the luxury of waking up late. Only on Saturday mornings to wake up. I'm giving them support. I only missed 2 meetings. One meeting was because I obliged Toastmasters at home. You can check with them. Same time, they have been pestering me. I say, okay, I'll visit your club. So I missed NTU Alumni Toastmasters. Another occasion, because of the venue at Manulife for the area contest that I was taking part, I have to be there at Manulife in the morning because the aircon has to be switched off in the afternoon. So I missed NTU Alumni Toastmasters meeting. I mean, that is the kind of commitment. Even as club officers, doesn't mean your term is over, that's it. You wash off your hands. You are giving back, but you get satisfaction. They are warm to you, they are appreciative, you give back. If not, you move on. Join another club. There are so many other clubs, more than 200. Toastmasters of the day's role. Is anybody giving timing? Because I don't.
We have 15 minutes.
50.
15.
1 5 minutes.
Toastmasters of the day. Very important role. Again, over the years, standards, quality, all these have dropped. Thus, the Toastmaster of the day call, not WhatsApp or message or email, call you at least one day before. How many clubs do that? When I invite anybody from any other clubs to my club, I will tell the TM lead, you call, make sure you call. It shows that you are courteous, you're gracious, you're sincere. Call, remind the person at least one day before. Thank you very much for accepting Richard Seng's invitation to be the project evaluator in the club. Ah, yes, thank you. Because sometimes we are double booked, we forgot to call. Your role is as the project evaluator. Have you any issues finding the venue? So many things. Coming by train, bus, or are you driving? Where can you park? We don't want them to come 5 minutes before the meeting and then call you and then you put your phone to silent mode. Right? Any issues? Can we have your introduction, please? You can either message me or you can hand it to me. I normally hand it to the person. That is the purpose. Call. How many clubs do that? You tell me. I can't think of any for the past many years now. In the past years, it was practiced. Toastmaster. And then, when the meeting starts, the Toastmaster of the day will thank the Sergeant at Arms. Again, mention something about him. Because that member could be very new. The Toastmaster of the Sergeant at Arms is the General Manager of War. General Manager, Sergeant at Arms. Share something. He's a very proud parent of 3, all boys. See, he feels very good. Wonderful. Very warm. Say something. And your job is very critical and crucial because you're in the front, most of the time. Look at the program. Keep time, in time. Don't ad-lib too much. Your club meeting already started 15 minutes late. And after every speaker, every evaluator, you say something. Not just 1 or 2 words. Thank you, much appreciated. You add something to what the person has already said. Okay. And which has not been practiced in many clubs, which I share with the club whenever I'm the general evaluator. Before prepared speeches, before project evaluations, do you tell the audience how to vote? Many a time I get disappointed, not because I was the speaker or project evaluator, because I could see in the face of the speaker or evaluator, especially speaker, who has prepared so well, meeting the objectives, for example, on vocal variety, voice, everything about the voice, so well, and that person didn't get the ribbon. It goes to somebody who is very flamboyant, the flair, and very fluffy, very eloquent, showmanship, upstaging. You're only giving feedback. You don't upstage the speaker. So Toastmaster of the day needs to spell out the criteria. That is why I mentioned just now the reverse of the program.